And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Production Line. Looking at the system here, it looks like we have a bottleneck, and that bottleneck is tires. The tire manufacturer, I mean, this thing takes almost 4.5 game minutes to make a tire, versus the wheels, which are a minute, and the brakes, which I think are 3 minutes. So way longer to make tires. So for now, we are going to set tires to prefer local. So I want it to prefer local, meaning, hey, I know you can bring them in locally, but when you are desperate, bring them in from the importer. So that that will tickle a little bit of the prices for tires. If we look at tires, it might raise that price up a little bit. But I really want to make this line a little bit smoother. We're got a lot of yellow going on here, and that means they're just sitting around waiting. So we want to push them through as much fast as possible. And also, it'll kind of kickstart the brakes and the wheels and allow us to manufacture that stuff a little bit better. So this line is doing pretty good. Our recent selling system really went well. We dropped all the way down, to like 10 left. So we did pretty good. I mean, you can see our sales went way up there. So we're doing really well for that. Not worried a bit. I may have to drop those prices a little bit here and there, but as we build up what we make, in-house, we should be helpful there. Okay, so for this fit tires, I want to prefer local, as well as this one here. Oh, stop clicking the tires. Okay, prefer local for the tires. Now, what else are we making down here? The seats. I want it local only on the seats. And let's see, brakes. We can do brakes down here. I'm going to do a prefer local on this one too, on brakes, just because we only have like one machine down here. And for the exhaust, definitely we're going to do local only on the exhaust, as well as up here, local only. That should save us a little bit of money there. And do the same thing, prefer local on the tires. Now wheels, I don't think I'm making up in here. I do have brakes, so I could prefer local on the brakes. But I'm not doing any lights or anything up there. So seats, we're going to do local only on seats, just because I don't want, because seats, we're saving a ton of money by making our own seats, and I don't want to ignore that fact. Ton of money making our own seats. It's crazy. I could split this out to be an individual setup like each one of these, but we're doing pretty good. I mean, we are backed up in here. I'm not sure what the slowdown is in here. We got insufficient resources. Windows, yes, windows are the pain. We don't have any resource importers really on this wall close to here that we can use. What's the speed of these make windows? 54 seconds. We're pumping out a lot of windows here. Oh, there's the power plant research. I think let's do a quick one check here. Yeah, we are done with research again. So I'm gonna go over here. Now we have the bigger power plants we can build. So let's go check to see how those things look. High output power plant. over twice the cost. Oh, look at these beasts. Oh, yes. Beautiful. I'm going to do one more of those. It looks like we are 50,600. One of these is 54, so it's 30 something. Now, if we do the upgrade, 54,400. 54,704. So that's a little bit of a better increase. 55,008 power. Yeah, look at those sweet turbines in there. I don't know if standing next to these transformers is a really good idea, but hey, you know, to each their own. So yeah, old version, new version, beautiful. However, okay, our system is going pretty good. We have one no export room, and that is on... Is that a wheels? That's on make wheels. So, yeah, we configuring out local only on wheels. So is one wheel enough to keep up with this process? What's the timing on this? Yeah, 1 minute on the wheels? How much are the wheels? Let me check prices. Wheels. 192. And I think it was just two steel. So it costs 192 per wheel. And it takes 2 steel, which is roughly 80 bucks. So that's $110 savings on wheels. Per wheel. And it's 5 per car. That's like a $500 and almost $600 savings per car. Okay, I think I'm sold on the whole wheel situation. Now we just need a place to build them. Especially in here. This is going to be kind of tricky. Let's see. This importer is so tapped out. It's unfortunate. This one here, though, is not really tapped out at all. How far down? So the wheels are right here. So I could do a big wheel assembly right in here. Let's fit wheels, make wheels. So I'm going to put one here. Here. I'm going to do one more. So this conveyor will hook up to these. And hopefully, yeah, ton of steel. You can see all the steel that's just bringing in. You know, and I've researched the import speed, I've researched the conveyor speed, and it never seems like it's fast enough. I mean, these things, I want these things zipping along the lines at deadly speed. Okay, so these wheels, I want local only, as well as these. Local only on the wheels, please. So let's, now that these wheels are being populated, I'm going to connect those. I'm going to connect it across the yard here. So these wheels can get pulled down where they need to go. Not sure what these miscellaneous blocks are out there, but maybe it's kind of simulating a forklift moving stuff around. No export room, so that's fine. No export room is better than insufficient resources on these. So we got now we're making our own wheels down in this line, which saves us tons and tons of money. We are making our own tires and exhaust. Yeah, we are making our own exhausts, which is good. So why did this thing import paint? This thing should not have imported any paint. So now this one is helping. This was just on paint, but we don't really use as much paint as we use, say, valves or steel. I mean, we're using a ton of steel now. We're going to do another one of these high output power plants. I'm going to spin this one around. You can see the back end of it here. So that's cool. Not sure where the exhaust goes, but hey, you know, maybe it's a natural gas turbine. So hopefully, I mean, we got tons of cars now. Hopefully we start selling them soon. I mean, 200 and some odd cars. That's a considerable amount of cars that we need to start selling. It's interesting that the game doesn't continually sell things. It just sells them in spurts. Not sure what the code is on that. It seems weird to me. So yeah, our wheels are now getting made locally, which is good because that saves us tons and tons of money. Considering the fact that this one's on a spare wheel and this one has a spare wheel. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna want to expand this process. Where I'm gonna pull out the axles from. Let's wait until they move on, and then we can go ahead and upgrade this. No, I want to hit the plus. There we go. So the fit undercarriage is this, and the fit fuel tank. So I just need the drive shaft, front and rear axles. So let's spin this baby around. This is the drive shaft, so I'm going to put one of these on each. Then the rear axle, and then the front axle. Now, should I make my axles locally up here? I'm thinking yes. Because I have a... What's the timing on these? 5 minutes and 40 seconds. I've got a make axle over here, and this thing is keeping up with my demand, which I also think is pulling them in down here, which is interesting. It's quite the long trek that those are taking, but it's keeping up. So 2 of these is able to keep up. So I don't think I need more than 2. So we're going to do a resource importer, and we're going to have this go right through the heart of these make axles. And then the front axle is local only. This one is, wrong button, local only. And then the rear axle, local only. Local only. Okay. I can't make the drive shaft, unfortunately, but that's okay. So I'm going to bring these out like this. These are making the drive shafts, or making the axles. And this is a tough one because, well, I can add the drive shafts into that. That's okay, because we don't make those anyway. It's these axles that I want to make sure we are covered. Okay, how many drive shafts you got made? Or axles, I mean. Okay, we're going to connect those up. Hopefully they start distributing a little bit better. Not sure whereabouts they're going to go. Maybe... Just one axle it's used, so that's good. Look how far down these have already processed. That is crazy. And just that short amount of time, they've processed all the way down. And look at, we've sold all the vehicles that we had in stock, and we just made like 5 million bucks. So we better start making these quickly here, because we really need to push this out. Maybe a couple more maybe another make axle. That will help. Make axles. I'm gonna do one here. Here. That should be enough to get these lines going again. Yep. Hopefully that'll be enough to max those out. Not sure on the speed. I'm hoping that they start giving this front axle, a little bit of love. There we go, there's one. Once they fill up, I mean, I'm sure this is 5 minutes and 40 seconds though. So yeah, that's not exactly very fast. Not fast at all, actually. So we're going to prefer local. Prefer local. At least get a jump start into this process, because this whole line needs to get some new life breathed into it here. Otherwise, it's going to run dry pretty quickly. As soon as it passes the paint area, then it's really going to have a gap in it, because the paint, that's kind of my normalization area. So these are nicely backed up. So hopefully this car gets painted in time, and now takes on. Okay, so we just made it. This car will get done here soon. There it goes. This one will take its place. Okay, so the line itself shouldn't have too much of a gap or a delay in its progress. And we are pretty steadily moving on. So, boy, that was crazy how fast all those cars came through there. It was nice, though. That means our process is pretty efficient. Everything's kind of just moving along. See all these yellows? Where's our bottleneck now? These are all green. There's a red. Brakes. This is putting so much stuff. I mean, we've got sensors, chips, servos. I'm not sure if the developer has thought this through or not, but it seems like these could use a few more spaces, because if he adds any more features to this, there's not going to be enough room to store all the components that you're going to need. How is our fit brake? Oh, our make brake, make exhaust. So our brakes have now run dry. Make brake. So I need to... That should be enough. But anyway, yeah, it should be enough. 3 minutes. 2 minutes. Is this a preferred local? I'm going to prefer local on the brake. Just to make sure that... How about on this is local only on wheels? Yeah, we got plenty of wheels. Wheels are doing good. The lights... I know I have another light around here somewhere. There it is. We got one right over here. And one here. Yeah, any of these components that we use a lot with, it's tough to keep in stock. You know, when you use 4 or 5 for every single car, that's tough to keep in stock. Even the exhaust is tough because it's 7 minutes for that. That's... yikes. That's a lot. So, looks like we're doing okay though. Lights could use a little bit of love, but overall I think we're doing pretty good. Looks like these have caught up pretty nicely. Oh, these importers are crazy busy. Look at that. We've got cars going through. Oh yes, beautiful. And this one is packed full all the way through. It's good. Tempted to bring in this importer just to relieve the pressure onto this one. I'm not sure how much of a pressure reliever that would be though. But let's hook it up anyway. There we go. Help that one out a little bit. Relieve a little bit of that pressure and stress. Allow it to build that up a little bit faster. But that'll have to do it for this episode. And I thank you for watching. And I will see you next time.